Previously on Grace Junction Homestead. So we're kind of going at this thing as necessity demands. You know, right here needs to be done before the hayloft or before the bathroom over there, or, you know, before anything else, because the rabbits need shelter now. And all that means is, you know, we have to build out from here. And so that's what we're going to work on first. And that gets built, then the rabbits go in and they're taken care of. And then the next necessity, I think, is going to be off the back here, off the side there. Will be birthing pens for the goats, who are hopefully all bred right. I'm looking out the window and I'm pretty sure that we've just had a tornado come through here. Our phones didn't go off. We didn't see anything, but all of a sudden the sky kind of got green and there was this insane wind that just kicked up and hail, and we just stood here watching this thing, and it was anchored down to railroad ties. But we're okay. That's the great thing, you know? God is good. And sometimes your stuff gets tore up, but, you know, He loves us. And we're all okay. We've seen a lot of wind. I've seen a lot of straight line winds in my lifetime, and they tear things up and they do a lot of damage, but they don't do what this did. And it was so crazy because we were just right there. We were standing there looking out that window at this happening, and we couldn't do anything. There was just nothing we could do. And it didn't rock us, it didn't shake us, it didn't tear the roof off of this thing. And I mean, it's not completed. There's an end of it here that is just, it's kind of loose. It should have been torn off. It's almost flappy, and it didn't. So it doesn't make any sense what this thing did if it was just a straight line wind. Anyway, so from here we are salvaging everything that we can and get into the greenhouse where it's still dry. And tomorrow we're gonna work on the barn. This has been crazy. Really, really crazy. The really nuts part about all this is that we just this afternoon bought tin to work on the barn so that our stuff could be in a safer place. And then here it is, all over the place and soaked. Well, that was his shop. So now we're switching gears on the barn again. Well, we are making progress on what will become the rabbit barn. You know, the lean-to part that we talked about coming off of there. We're now also adding on his shop area that we were going to do, but we were going to wait a little longer because we had something to make do. So here's what we're working on now. Okay, so I stepped back a little bit so you can kind of see. We're standing in the front of it right now. And yeah, so the rabbit barn's going to be over there. His shop is going to be right here, which is going to be a 24 by 8. This will be the main walkway right here. And then goat and stuff is going to be off here and off there. And then up here is going to be an 8 by 24 hayloft. That's the plan. That's where we're at so far. I'll check back in with you in just a minute. Alright, let me show you his shop. It's not quite done, but we've got a lot of off the property work we gotta do. So it's just gonna have to stay like this for now. We got him a light in here. We're gonna do shelving all along this wall. Or no, let me take that back. This is gonna have a workbench and then probably a shelf up there. And then this wall, once it gets built, is gonna have shelving going all the way up and down to utilize space as best we can in this narrow space. And this is an 8 by 24 shop, which is not much of a shop. It's really more of like his tool storage space, but I think it'll work out well. At least for now, until we get him a real shop built. Look at the drop off there. It's like a foot. Now watch your footing in here. But yeah, I think temporarily it's not too bad. It's better than having his stuff scattered all over the ground out there or taking up all the space in my greenhouse. Anyway, check back with us. Make sure you hit that notification bell and subscribe so you can see how it's coming. So we have gotten started on this up here. Like, we might go back to the drawing board on that one too. Because I think that while living in a small cabin is going to work really well for us, squishing all our animals and our stuff into a small barn is probably not. I mean, as far as our house goes, we're fairly minimalist, but as far as our property and our animals and all that, not so much. Anyway, so stay tuned to see how this turns out. And have a blessed day, guys.